it's hot as shit in this room. I wonder what's happening in this in the next time. Is that Superboy-Prime? Okay, after being yeeted out of a certain reaction, today's episode is worse than a nothing burger.
Hey, what the fuck?
There is no patty, there is no buns, there is only air in this plate. And you know what? Forget about the plate, there's no plate. I can only eat oxygen in there. Sentry versus Superboy-Prime. Whoa. Yeah. So yeah, anyway, yeah, we're watching it. By we is me, myself, and I. And the fan that is next to me, because it's hot as shit for me. Sometimes I want to say Sentry wins to be safe, but sometimes I want Superboy-Prime winning for a little unique ending. That what I expect. I do not put any expectations higher than what it would show me in the episode. All I want to say is I want, like, every episode, whenever it's revealed or it comes out, I want this to be good. They're promising us that it's gonna be good, and I will believe that. Shut up, I'm not glazing. I'm not glazing on Death Battle. Anyway, Sentry versus Superboy-Prime. Let's go. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh wait, that's how it's no, that's not how you fucking preview your battle. Oh my god. Okay. Oh no, analog or in my death battle. Shit. Anyway, let's just keep playing. No pausing anymore.
Sentry versus Superboy-Prime.
These two dark supermen prove that sometimes absolute power corrupts absolutely.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah.
One superhero stands
Hi, Bob.
alone at the peak of Marvel Comics. He's a brilliant scientist and friend to all, the Golden Guardian of Good, the Sentry.
Which makes it all the more mysterious when all of humanity forgot about him, as though he never existed in the first place.
What
Sad.
if the reason we forgot Sentry is that he wanted to be forgotten?
To save us from himself.
As the story goes, Robbie Reynolds was just your average,
boy.
ordinary high school teen until the day he
Yeah,
accidentally
I
drank the
think,
super soldier serum.
At that
Arch enemy
moment,
of the
Robbie was
void,
imbued with the power
owner
of a
of
million
Watchdog.
exploding suns, becoming one of the strongest superheroes in
good.
existence.
That's gonna be one
Robbie
hell of a bowel
Reynolds.
movement. And what better way to
Nah,
use
Bob-
his
Bob's
new
funnier.
powers than to become a sentry to all mankind?
In a never-ending crusade against his devious arch-nemesis, the Void.
He's got all your classic, I
The
can't
Void.
believe he's not Kryptonian superpowers, like super strength, speed, durability, and flight.
He can spot you from miles away, or even hear a butterfly sneeze from across the planet.
Do butterflies sneeze?
No!
Well, Sentry's cells absorb
That is
and
very
process
specific.
the sun's rays, and if he wants to, he can fire that solar energy right back at you in a powerful laser, or bend light away to turn invisible, or use it to make force fields.
Really, the Sentry can draw power from anywhere and everywhere. When he was forcibly shrunk down to subatomic size, he started pulling energy from the microverse instead. And despite being microscopic, his punches were strong enough to destroy planets, even while holding back.
Sentry can teleport, communicate
Man.
telepathically, and even read and mess with
That
minds.
is-
He's also a genius with a super brain comparable to Tony Stark and Reed Richards.
Of
He's even built his
fucking
own
course, why
watchtower
would
with
it
an
be?
advanced AI that is constantly monitoring the planet for threats.
Jesus Christ, he's like the Avengers all in one. Why do there even need to be any other superheroes?
Indeed, the Sentry is more than strong enough to take on Marvel's heaviest hitters, like his famous battle with the Green Scar Hulk. Where Black Bolt, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange failed, the Sentry was the only one who stood against the Hulk's
It's me,
full power.
Mario.
He's also battled Thor, who collapsed an infinite number of timelines into one by clashing with another Thor.
The Sentry is incredibly fast, too, He can bend space and speed blitz Ares, who can move within Planck time, the smallest unit of time possible in our universe.
He's stated to be as fast as the Heralds of Galactus, like the Silver Surfer, who once outraced the multiverse blowing up. The Surfer flew so fast
God,
he went
scaling.
back in time.
More
So you'd
scaling.
think Sentry would be able to handle some punk in a trench coat.
But it wasn't so simple. The Void was everywhere that the Sentry wasn't.
If Sentry saved people from a burning building, Void would crash an airplane. If Sentry healed a person's broken back, Void would give someone else cancer. What an asshole!
For every good act the Sentry performs, the Void commits an
Do
evil
something
one.
good?
Because
Nah,
the truth was,
I'm being
the Sentry and the
diseased.
Void were one and the same.
Bum, bum, plot twist. Turns out Sentry's whole origin story was a lie. Robbie Reynolds
Wait,
wasn't
why-
a
why is there
60s
two-
high
wait,
schooler.
wait,
No
what?
bullies
Huh?
like some Jack Kirby
Why?
comic.
Why?
In
Wait, is it?
reality,
Oh,
Bob Reynolds was a schizophrenic meth addict who
that's
drank the Sentry
cool.
serum just to get
That
high.
is
And the
cool.
Void was, in reality, a malevolent godlike entity
Robert
bonded
Bob.
to Bob that was the literal angel of death.
Yes, from the Bible, with Moses and the Pharaoh and the dead firstborns. That's him, apparently.
Oh,
And this
transition
being
was
manifests
cool.
as the dark side of Bob's shattered psyche, a villainous alter
Ah,
ego with all
analog
of his
horror.
power. Too much power for any one man to handle. The only way to destroy the Void was to also destroy the Sentry.
So Bob did something crazy. With help from Reed's tech, he used his own psychic powers to erase himself from everyone's past, present, and future, including his own.
Warping the perception of reality of every single person on the planet.
Got a drink for
they
that.
would no longer remember him or even recognize anything remotely related to him. A picture of the Sentry would still technically exist, but in your mind's eye, including Bob's, it isn't there.
Great. Everyone knows repressing your problems always makes them better.
But Bob's memories eventually clawed their way back, in part thanks
Aw.
to Norman Osborn, the Green
Oh,
Goblin,
fuckhead.
and his desire to somehow control the Void. So Norman had the Thunderbolts murder Bob's wife Lindy in order to release, you know, the Angel of Death.
Yeah, try controlling the
Oh my
kind of guy
fucking
who
God,
can throw hands with
Osborn!
Molecule Man, who somehow is one of the strongest beings in all of Marvel. At his peak, he's got almost complete control over the multiverse. So yeah, good luck with that one, Norm.
Molecule Man was another mentally unstable god whose power fluctuates based on their self-confidence. In a way, a sort of kindred spirit to Bob.
It was then that
Ah.
Bob discovered the true
Alright.
source of his own powers, his own control over molecules. Yeah, you can do that too.
The Sentry can create
Shit.
and destroy matter on a whim, able to rip you apart at the molecular level, or conjure an entire new reality from scratch, all with just a wave of his hand, like Dr. Manhattan.
He can also regenerate his body
The
from any
meme.
kind of damage, like being burnt to a skeleton or getting Dr. Manhattan himself.
As long as one single solitary atom remains, the Sentry is unkillable.
And Void's got all of this and more.
Infinite
Except he doesn't hold
tendrils,
back. He can
darkness
shapeshift,
manipulation,
create
weather,
hurricanes,
soul,
trap you in darkness, possess your
pyro,
body, and
shapeshifting,
devour
dimensional
your
travel,
soul.
possession.
With
Oh,
his infinity
shit.
rules, the Void takes control of
Superboy-Prime,
the
help!
and tortures them with the memories of past traumas and nightmares.
He killed Loki. He wrecked Asgard. The Avengers, the Fantastic Four, the Inhumans, and the X-Men teaming up all at once could barely handle him. Void is one of the biggest bads in Marvel. Great fucking job, Norm. I'm something of a moron
Fucking
myself.
bitch.
The only way forward, the only way for Bob to save everyone,
He defeated
including
Dr.
himself,
Doom.
was to do something he never imagined.
He's a counterpick
Let
to
the
Doom.
Void in.
By refusing to repress his darker half anymore, Sentry and Void merged and became stronger than the sum of their parts.
One being, now free to finally live his life without the crushing weight of self-hatred and fear.
Maybe, but this is the Void we're talking about. What if Bob just has a new puppet master who's only letting him think he's in control?
As long as the Void exists, it's just another revolution in that same endless cycle. It remains to be seen whether even death itself can break that wheel.
He'll be back. Sentry is gone, but not forgotten. He'll never be forgotten again.
Damn. All right.
Do you believe a man
Oh,
can fly?
All right.
Uh,
Superboy
yeah,
Prime
Wiz, but in the
time.
pages of DC Comics,
Wait a minute.
everyone in their irradiated
Wait.
six-dimensional gorilla mother can do it.
Well, what about in the real world? Not Earth 1 or Earth 2, but our own Earth. Earth Prime.
The Earth of you, me, and Clark Kent.
19
a
years
totally normal
old.
boy from New England who just happened to share a name with that comic book character.
Mere coincidence. That is, until the day Clark took a leap of faith and believed he could fly.
And he did. Surprise, surprise, Clark was actually
I'm
from
flying.
the Krypton, which apparently exists in our universe now. Anyway, the real Superman, the one from all those comics he loved, showed up just in time to give him the skinny on being Superboy. Wait, he could have chosen me! I believe I can fly!
Bugsy, don't jump off the... Clark had all your classic Kryptonian
Oh.
powers. Flight, heat vision,
That fella has
microscopic
become
and telescopic sight, Arctic breath. It was
battle.
the dream that every little boy had finally come true.
Oh, ow. Just in time for his universe, our universe, to be annihilated literally 1 month later in DC Comics Armageddon, the Crisis on Infinite Earths. Whiz, we're canonically dead since 1986, apparently.
With everyone he knew and
Man.
loved gone, Clark took shelter in a pocket dimension with other cosmic refugees. Now an anachronism in DC's new, rebooted, post-crisis continuity, Clark was forced to watch as the comics landscape changed before his eyes. As stories became darker and morally complex, as heroes failed to be the paragons of good he saw them as in his childhood.
As someone else got to be Superboy.
Some people can't stand
Ah,
change,
fucking
can't stand to see a world that doesn't look the way it did when they were a child. The day needed to be saved by Superboy, the real Superboy, Superboy-Prime.
So he did what any Superboy would do. Punch really hard. He punched his way out of the dimension so hard, the shockwaves rippled through the universe and retconned DC Comics. Superboy was back, and he was gonna fix comic
Yeah.
books forever. Hell yeah!
No matter how
Yeah,
many
fix
fake
comic.
heroes got
Oh
Oh,
shit! Super Chud Prime isn't just your ordinary Kryptonian. Oh no, he's pre-crisis.
in his way. As in, from before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, a time when comics were a bit more comical.
When Superman could sneeze solar systems apart or tow a galaxy of planets behind him like it was nothing.
Or clash with another Kryptonian so hard, they generated enough power to restore an infinite number of timelines.
Get ready to hear that word a lot. My favorite is the time Superman flew so fast he broke the light barrier, the time barrier, and even the
yeah.
bonds of infinity. I wonder if
Yeah.
these writers ever imagined this bullshit would feed nerd arguments for the next half century. Not that I'm
yeah,
complaining.
that's
Gotta
that's
get
gonna.
paid.
Prime would know he is a self-described power scaler's dream.
Huh. You think he's heard about us?
We can only hope
Oh
not.
shit!
As a
Yeah, yes, he
Kryptonian
did.
with an ultra-dense molecular structure, he should also share many of the same resistances, like being transmuted to stone, having his atomic bonds weakened, or getting his energy drained.
Or an
Kryptonians like
anomaly,
Superman can
recton
withstand more
punches, yeah.
esoteric attacks too. They can actively resist mental attacks by outthinking
Yeah, he-
them,
okay, the
and their
resistance
souls
are
can
here.
resist being destroyed.
All thanks to Earth's good old yellow sun fueling his cells. And unlike that post-crisis super fraud who gets weaker without sunlight, Prime's got
Buddy
it
dude would be
covered.
happy
With a
to
suit
hear
of
that.
armor made from the corpse of the Anti-Monitor, which constantly feeds him solar energy. Literally wearing the pelt of the monster who destroyed his universe, just to be better and stronger than Superman.
Because that's what he thinks he is. Superman with better feats and scaling. Superman, but real.
Superman, if he was a fucking idiot. Okay, sure, he has the same hyper-efficient brain that all Kryptonians have, but when it came to being a superhero, he was a violent, immature moron.
Exactly what you'd expect from a kid who never grew up and never learned to hold back. Instead of saving Earth's heroes, he started massacring them. And let's be real, there's a part of him that knows that editorial will just bring them all back eventually.
He's battled the
Motherfucker,
Doom Patrol,
you
Justice
killed them.
Society, Teen Titans, and 3 Flashes at once. He effortlessly murdered an alternate universe Justice League, and even
Oh,
killed
God.
his rival,
Yeah.
Connor
It is-
Kent,
what if
the new
Superman was a
Superboy.
Gary
Even
Stu?
as other Kryptonians grew in power to become comparable to their pre-crisis iterations, Prime still held an advantage because he never held back.
Like the time he tore apart the Monarch's armor, accidentally unleashing the Big Bang in his face, destroying the universe, and he was fine.
Or the time a Guardian of the Universe blew himself up in an attempt to stop Prime, blasting him into the multiverse
And he was
atom
fine.
by atom, and that only made Prime stronger.
Or the time he fought a potential future
Uh.
version of himself who became a god of time. And instead of teaming up, Prime stupidly attacked him and accidentally retconned themselves both out of existence.
Which sent him
Shite.
home, back to his original universe, our universe. Except now everyone he knew, his parents, his girlfriend Lori, had been reading his comics. They knew what he had become, and they were terrified.
Once again, forced to watch as his heroes progressed without him, he pored over comic after comic, learning everything about DC.
And a little bit of Marvel.
Only to discover his worst possible nightmare.
Not only would he never get to be Superman, he wasn't even a super villain that people liked. Turns out, power levels aren't everything.
So, naturally, he flew to DC headquarters and attacked the people writing his own comic.
Like some infinitely recursive meta hell.
Prime had become a whiny, petulant, reactionary fanboy. Wiz, you think he's the guy posting on our Reddit?
And at the peak of his violent temper tantrum, he murdered the Golden Age Superman, the original Superman. Action Comics #1, the first superhero.
Instead of restoring DC's glorious past, Prime beat it to death. He needed to change.
And that opportunity came when this alternate universe Jokerized Batman Who Laughs threatened to destroy all of reality.
Prime was drafted to help save the day, and it turned out he was the only Superboy who could.
Remember that time Prime punched reality so hard he retconned DC Comics? Turns out that was no coincidence. Due to his repeated excursions across the multiverse, Prime became a space-time anomaly, and he slowly learned how to manipulate reality itself with his fists.
I guess you could call it his retcon punch!
At first, its effects were random, like bringing Jason Todd back to life or restoring Beast Boy's memories. But he started to use it to rewrite continuity to fix the evil universes of the Batman Who Laughs,
giving them and all the characters inside of them happy endings. In a weird way, that's what Superman has always done, right? Punch the bad guys so hard he saves the day.
Prime can punch hard enough to enter the
punches
time
people
stream,
really hard,
exit the comic medium entirely, and even defeat the nigh omnipotent Darkest Knight,
who was powerful enough to beat Perpetua, the goddess who created all of DC Comics, the whole shebang. And Prime hit the Darkest Knight so hard, he erased his entire evil multiverse.
A feat that no one actually saw happen. Prime's first true act of heroism was one that he did selflessly, and it was the first step toward becoming a true hero.
The kind of hero that Superman always secretly knew he could be. A hero who could someday get his own issue #1. A hero like, well, Superman.
Maybe one day Prime will truly believe in himself, just like he once believed he could fly.
Yeah, that's how you redeem him.
All right, the battle's about to begin, but first, pitch calls are back. Hey, I'm Ben, the voice of
pitch
Wiz.
calls,
And I'm Chad, the voice of Boomstick.
Yeah, you already know the drill.
Matchup pitches on the Death Battle store.
This is a way to meet with Chad and I, the creators of Death Battle, and pitch your favorite.
Yeah, you already know the drill. Get it. Yeah, if you want to. If you have money. Yeah, yippee. Also, can someone do, like, X Cosmos for a pitch, please? Because I'm poor. Because I'm poor. That's the worst reason I can give. Okay. Who's gonna win? I want Superboy-Prime to win. Sorry, Bob. Even though you're funny, even though your name is funny, Superboy-Prime, I need him to win. Like, please, Superboy-Prime, please, I need this. Anyway, let's continue.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
All right.
This city won't last much longer. Quit while you're behind, kid.
Mess up a superhero crossover? No way, dork.
Onomatopoeia coming right up.
Not the Daily Planet. Ow.
Dealing with someone who has the power of a million exploding suns.
All right,
Big
now then.
mistake, dipwad. It's prime time.
It's what?
It's prime time, baby. Uh-oh.
Are you
Thomas!
kidding me? Another Dark Superman fraud? Boring! It's cool when I do it.
No, it's not. It's not. Damn, there's a lot of blood.
Please, stop hitting me.
He'll kill you.
I'll kill you to death.
What? Oh!
It's time to play God.
Oh! God. Jesus! Prime, please!
Okay, you weren't joking. Definitely a crisis level threat. Luckily, so am I.
What?
Run all you want.
What?
If Bob couldn't escape me.
What hope do you have?
No! Prime, please!
Afraid of the Dark Clark? What kind of a hero are you? Remind me again. Whatever happened to Lori?
Oh shit, you fucked up now. No!
It's over, Clark. There is no happy ending. Not for you. Not for me. Not for anyone else. In the void.
Haven't you
No.
ever read a comic book, you big freaking nerd? There's always a happy ending.
Yes! The retcon punch! Let's go! Ooh, come on! Come on, you big bastard! Let's fucking go! Yes! 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 Oh.
Bob? You kept talking about the Sentry. Bad dream?
No idea, Lindy. Best sleep I've had in years.
Crisis averted.
Let's go! Let's go!
I don't think I've ever seen someone
Superboy!
beaten to death so wholesomely before.
Let's break this down into 3 chapters. Their strength, intelligence, and powers.
As
Oh
with
my
any
fucking
flying brick
God,
fight, the
yes!
first question you gotta answer is, who's stronger?
Prime and Sentry are naturally 2 of the heaviest hitters in DC and Marvel, more than capable of matching and surpassing Herald-level opponents like Superman and Thor.
Who are both strong enough to create and destroy an infinite number
Also, the
of
track
timelines with their
sounds
clashes.
good.
Just
Damn.
absolute wacky bullshit like that.
So in order to pick a winner, we have to take a close look at the strongest beings they've fought, Molecule Man and the Darkest Knight.
Sentry beat the crap out of Molecule Man. But remember, Eminem's power can fluctuate a lot, and when he fought Sentry,
Eminem,
he
what?
wasn't at his full
Eminem,
power.
the rapper?
So we can only scale this so far.
But Prime overpowered the Darkest Knight after the Mad Bat had absorbed the powers of both Perpetua and, what do you know, Dr. Manhattan, both of which alone could threaten all of DC Comics.
And unlike with Molecule Man, there's nothing to suggest the Darkest Knight was holding back. In a straight brawl, Prime takes the edge in strength.
Yeah,
But muscles
Prime
aren't
time.
everything. Maybe Sentry could figure out a way around Prime's brawn with his intelligence.
While Prime does possess a super advanced Kryptonian brain, he clearly does not use it to its full extent.
It's less that he's dumb and more that he's a teenager and has a habit of crashing
He's
out.
19.
The Sentry,
Yeah.
on the other hand, has been compared to Tony Stark and Reed Richards, some of the most intelligent
yeah.
people in all of Marvel
What do you
comics.
know?
Sure, he
Top
mentally
tiers are
struggles with the
smart.
whole void thing,
Sometimes.
which sucks for him, but losing control to the void only makes him more dangerous.
And as the Merge Sentry, he's operating at his peak, fully in control of his powers. In a test of wits and wills, the Sentry was the more intelligent.
But the main question in this matchup had to do with their batshit insane powers.
With the Sentry's ability
Yeah,
to reshape
yeah,
molecular
fuck
matter
you,
and warp perception
Void.
of reality to such an incredible degree, his powers seem much more versatile than Prime's. Prime may be stronger, but heat vision, frost breath, and Kryptonian punches aren't going to do much in the long run against someone who can regenerate from a single atom.
That
But
is true.
pre-crisis Kryptonians have actually resisted having their molecules torn apart before, and Prime should be no different. So it's not like Sentry was ever going to just Doc Manhattan him away.
Prime could still be worn down. Kryptonians have incredible stamina, but we know that sustained damage will eventually knock them out or kill them.
Unless Prime could find a way around Sentry's insane regeneration, he was toast.
Luckily for Prime, his ability to retcon away your history and mess with your whole timeline was actually something Sentry had no specific resistance to.
Not only that, it was something he's been affected by in the past.
Like the time the Scarlet Witch rewrote all of reality during House of M. Bob's continuity was rewritten like everyone else's.
Or the time Absorbing Man had the powers of a cosmic cube and warped Sentry's personal reality. Shit, Moonstone literally describes it as a reality punch.
Now, Sentry's psionic power could theoretically retcon himself from Prime's perception of reality. However, this feat required assistance from Reed Richards, and it's unlikely he could pull it off mid-fight.
Pre-crisis Kryptonians also resist a lot of mind manipulation anyway, so good luck trying.
Now, Prime hasn't always had the most perfect control over his retcon punch, so he might need more than one blow to finish the job.
But Prime was more than capable of powering through Void's scariest abilities.
Like having his soul eaten, or being cut off from sunlight. I guess that Edgelord solar armor came in handy after all.
In short, Prime could resist everything Sentry could throw at him, but Sentry couldn't do the same. Prime takes the final edge in power.
With no way to easily put him down, Prime would eventually muscle his way through and retcon the Void away for good.
Sorry, Bob. Defeat was unavoidable.
The winner is Superboy-Prime.
Oh, what?
Oh,
What?
hey, my pizza's here.
Wait, what?
The
What is?
winner is Superboy-Prime. Letter to the editors. Oh yeah, I win. That's right. You hack frauds really tried to lowball me, but I checked the clock and it's prime time, baby. Now,
Oh my fucking god! Oh no, he's gonna recategorize the intelligence now. Let me see this.
personally, that intelligence section was such a gimme. I don't crash out. I'm a tragic hero grappling with real, intense emotion. I can be smart anytime I want. But anyway, don't subscribe, don't join as a member, don't watch Death Battle, read my comics.
Oh my god, this is. That's crazy, man. Superboy-Prime, I swear to God, you're officially my new goat. You saved Bob. Let's go.
Prime out.
Alright, next time.
Next time on Death Battle.
Oh, it's Ang Traveler. Alright, here we go. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Let's go. I'm so glad Superboy-Prime won. This is a good Marvel vs. DC episode. Oh, we're so back on that. I love it. I love it. I don't need expectations on that. It's already there. I love it. Now I have my own burger. Thanks, Superboy-Prime.